Hi, this is Chris from Growquest. Out here in one of my favorite areas of Santa Barbara. This is actually where I got, way down there somewhere. It's where I got a lot of my horticultural education, working at Henry Meyer Cut Flowers and all the wholesale nurseries out here in Mira Mesa, out by the end of Patterson. But I'm out here doing a delivery this year. I did a delivery out here last year, and you can see that these avocados that customer is growing are very beautiful. Lots of little fruit, some good sized larger fruit somewhere. Where's one of those larger avocados? Yeah. Oh, a big old thing. Huge Haas. He's just been letting it hang, and that's the one thing about Haas avocados, is the fruit can hold on the trees. It seems like indefinitely. The fruit was ready to pick in March. You know, we're in the early part of June now, and it's still going to stay on there. It just get darker and a little bit bigger, but Haas avocados will hold their fruit for a long period of time, giving you fruit for many months. So he's got these beautiful trees, and I'm told that they actually looked like this beautiful, actually not beautiful tree. I dropped this off as a reed, and he bought a lamb Haas also. I'm told that the Haas, they actually got to looking like
first year. Yeah.
The first year they got to looking this bad.
Yeah.
And
then they took
and how old are they now? About 5 years?
That one down there is about 5, and this is about 3 years.
So that one did 30 avocados.
The first one did 35 last year.
35, wow.
It did. This one here is first year. It's produced in first year on this one.
Okay.
And this one's got some nice.
Yeah. So it's June now. He'll be picking next March on that. So a case of benign neglect. It eventually paid off, but it's really not the best method. I was a little bit surprised when I pulled up and saw that these were my trees. I thought it was a mistake at first. But the primary problem here has been the lack of good water and some more nitrogen. The planting area is the backfill, or not the backfill, it's the soil removed from digging out a pool. So we have a little hillside here, which is going to provide excellent drainage. The problem with the excellent drainage is that it requires extra water, since the water is not going to stay here. And you can see it drops off fairly steeply to this one side. So he has a problem up here with gophers, and who doesn't really, whether you're in beautiful Santa Barbara or somewhere else. So he was proactive and made a great gopher basket on here. The problem is the soil, as you can see, is just really dry. When we squeeze a soil, we want it to hold. Oh, here, I'll let you. We've got a producer and a director now, so we want the soil to hold together. When we squeeze it, we don't want water gushing out between the fingertips, but we do want, when we release, to have it a good hand impression. Like over here it's nice and moist, but it's still over here. So if we squeeze this, release, this is perfect. But this is how it needs to be all the time. In between now, it needs to have a good solid soaking, and it's not. So the tree's got a little bit of new leaves on here. It's hanging on. It did flower, but the flowers didn't set any fruit. Actually, there's a little tiny, there is a little tiny reed looking to hang on in there. So you may salvage this yet. There's probably a few little tiny baby pint needle size. Yeah, actually there's a couple right up in here that are looking to hang on. And it won't get that close up. Not that good of a camera. So down here, it's got drip tubes. This is usually disaster in the making. You have to have a drip sprinkler, a little micro sprinkler that's going to get the area about 6 to 8 feet around the tree nice and wet. And you have to leave these things on for anywhere from 6 to sometimes 24 hours. In a commercial orchard, the stuff may be on for a whole day cycle. And so we're going to improve the watering. We're going to put a little sulfate of ammonia fertilizer down here in a few days and come back here in about 6 to 8 weeks and see what kind of growth we've gotten. So far, as you can see, just a few leaves hanging on there on this reed, and the lamb isn't much better off. The other problem that can result is we're going into the summer, which in Santa Barbara is usually horrible. It's usually all fog. But right around the first part of September, we get our dry temperatures, lots of sun, lots of heat, and the wood on here will get sunburned. So I'm going to make sure that sometime during the next month or so and get some indoor latex paint, reduce it with half water, and brush it onto the wood. Otherwise, we see this minor amount of sunburning damage here. It'll turn into significant sunburn damage, and then we'll really be moving towards a dead tree. So again, summertime in most areas of the country is scorching heat. Not in Santa Barbara. It's usually met with a giant fog bank. So that's our little what went wrong video for this week. He is up the street from a horse farm. I can't tell you how great it would be for the trees to get a big trash can of horse manure placed around them. The worms will move it into the soil, aerate the soil, although we've got it well aerated here. But the worms moving through the soil, putting nutrients down there, providing airflow, that's an all positive thing.